Zack Snyder has recently been back in the news. No, not because Rebel Moon is unfortunately going to torture us with more content, but instead because Zack Snyder is fully in on AI. He's saying either you get on board, you do AI, or you're not with the times. And he compares the use of AI to cell phones. Boy, that is a bad comparison. So first and foremost, something I don't like to do on here, and I know a lot of you don't like this, is tell you the complete story, because there's a lot of people out there that will just drive the rage and ride on it without giving you the full story or the full context of the quote or whatever. It happens with Brie Larson all the time, okay? You guys know how this works, right? It's happened with so many celebrities, especially women, and I think that that's not fair. And the reason I'm talking about this is because Zack Snyder was recently talking about AI, and people took a part of his quote and are only focusing on that and not actually listening to everything he said. So I want to go over what he said and specifically how I get what he's saying, but it's still kind of wrong. So now that that's out of the way, Zack Snyder was recently asked about the whole AI in Hollywood concept. And the short of it is, get on board with AI, and if you're scared, well, at one point you were scared of cell phones. You were scared of technological advances, and then you were left behind. And he talks a little bit more about how utilizing AI has made it easier for some filmmakers. Again, I respect everything he's saying here. You guys know, I don't have a problem with Zack Snyder as who he is or whatever. It's just that I didn't like some of his films. And among them, Dawn of the Dead, the best film of all time when it comes to zombies, and he directed it. So again, I don't have a problem with what necessarily he's done. It's just some of the execution with things I love, like the DC Universe. So with that out of the way, because I want to clarify, this isn't a hit piece against Zack Snyder, and I'm not trying to take things out of context. If you read what he said, I get it. Zack is saying you got to get on board with it. But what's sort of tone deaf here is that he's omitting and not talking about the fact that this is big studios, big Hollywood studios that are using it, and directors and producers using it to circumnavigate people getting paid to make their jobs easier. Call of Duty just recently went under fire because instead of, that giant conglomerate that's part of Microsoft now, that's worth trillions of dollars, instead of paying for artists to do zombie Santa Claus, what they did was use AI to generate it. And if you just look at it, you go, oh wow, that's 6 fingers on that hand. That doesn't look right. That looks off. This is trillion-dollar companies using it. Companies that turn profits worth hundreds of billions of dollars a year, like Disney and others. And he's not understanding that what people are saying, it's like, look, if a little guy uses it, some guy making a indie film, and he needs to use AI to generate a part of his poster, okay, fine. Because that dude is working with maybe $10,000 trying to get a short film out. And he doesn't have the budget for a poster. That's not the same as somebody like a Zack Snyder using AI for like Rebel Moon, where he already has $300 million to make it, and it's taking away a job from somebody. I hope I'm explaining this thoroughly enough that you guys understand what I'm saying. Yes, I get what he's saying. Hey, look, AI is here to stay. If you don't jump on board, you're going to be left behind. That's true. AI is never going away. We opened up that can of worms with AI-generated images and films and all that. But there should be a regulation on it, And that's what the strikes were for recently with the writers and actors. But the studio said, fine, we agree, and they're still using it. Because they just don't care. So he gets a part of the point, but he misses the major part of the point. And I've been ragging on this for a while, and I'm going to keep ragging on it. Terrible deepfake CG Luke. No more of that. Well, everybody, thank you for watching that video. And as always, you can like, subscribe, share, do whatever you will. check out the recommended video that's popped up somewhere on the screen. And also, if you would like additional content, including more discussions and more unfiltered content, check out what we offer to the members section, which has new videos going up all the time.